What's up, YouTube, and welcome back to the Knicks Cave. You know what time it is. Hit that subscribe button. Don't forget to leave a comment. And yes, the notification bell is right there waiting for you. The New York Knicks outplayed the Portland Trailblazers. Well, you could say a comeback, a rally, but the way they beat them went at the end, one would not think so. That the New York Knicks was down 16 points early in the game. 15 points actually in the first quarter. The Knicks came out flat. They actually missed their first 8 shots. Julius Randle was a big part of that. He missed his first 6 shots, which was the Knicks' first 8 or 9 shots. For the first 5 shots was the first 5 shots that Julius Randle took. 4 out of 5 was threes. I guess he was trying to get in the game to see where he was at from that Lakers game. But this still was a good game, and we all owed it to Josh Hart, Emmanuel Quickley, and Deuce McBride. So first, let's jump right into my man. You see the video right here. It's Josh Hart, and he outplayed Cam Reddish. I thought in my last video, I know it was a late video, but I thought Cam Reddish would have came out with more fire, more desire, wanting to prove to the New York Knicks that they made a mistake on how they used him, how they utilized his skills. But it was a different story. I'll get into their stats in a minute. But Josh Hart came out here and he did what he had to do as a New York Knick, as as we all as we all knew he would. And it's no mistaken that the New York Knicks got the better out of the deal between Josh Hart and Cam Reddish trade. Um, it was a fun game in the ending, but in the beginning, like I said, the Knicks came out sloppy, and I owe that to Julius Randle. But Julius Randle got going down the line somewhat. RJ Barrett, he actually kept us in the end for the first few minutes of that game. He kept us in. He was 5 or 4. He was driving to the basket. He was doing what he's supposed to do. But this show is about Josh Hart, Emmanuel Quickly, and my man McBride. So as I talk about Josh Hart, we have to remember that this is a guy who been on 4 different teams in his short career, and it's not because he can't play. It's because he can play. It's that in every move, every trade, every transaction he been involved in, he was getting traded for a star player. So he was that piece of the pie that made that deal a little more enticing for whatever team that was making that deal. Y'all know the teams. So this deal right here, and I really hope the New York Knicks don't screw this up come off season and they find a way to get the deal done. I don't care. Go over the cap. We gotta remain this man's talent. We got to have him come back next season, and we got to add on to what we got right now. That's just how I feel. Uh, let's get to his stats real quick. Jumping around with different mouses. Let's get to his stats real quick. Josh Hart, 8 points. No, excuse me. I'm looking at his rebounds. I'm not even looking at the stats, but we're gonna go right there right now. Give me 1 second. Bear with me. Internet slow. That explain my lagging. Hart had what? 16 points. Shot six for 13 from the field. 2 for 5 from downtown. 2 for 2 from the free throw line. He had 9 rebounds. 8 of them rebounds coming on the defensive end. And this is what I like. I like a lot of people praise Mitchell Robinson for being one of the best offensive rebounding centers in the league. But if we ain't missed so many shots, he wouldn't be. Nah, I'm just gonna get out. But I like what Mitchell do. And I don't know if I want Isaiah Hartenstein to start over Mitchell Robinson because Isaiah brings so much to the bench. But that's a different story. We'll get to that. Like I said, Josh Hart was where was I? Where damn mouse is moving. I'm sorry. I apologize. And he had a plus minus of 26. A 26. He had 2 turnovers, no personal fouls, 3 steals, 8 assists, 16 points. Let's compare that to what Cam Reddish had. 2 points. A minus plus minus 27. He shot 1 for 6 from the field, 0 for 3 from downtown, didn't get to the free throw line, 1 rebound, no assists, 2 steals, and he played 19 minutes. And I know some people are gonna say, "Oh, Hart played more minutes." Hart did play 37 minutes, but at the same time, he only played 37 minutes because he was contributing to his team, whereas Cam Reddish wasn't. That Lillard Damian, I like to call him Damon Dash. I like to call him Dame Dash. A lot of people like, oh, yeah, I like to call him Dame Dash. He kept Portland in that game. Matter of fact, he the one that had them in the league. I mean, Simons was in helping out too. You can't sleep on that kid. But this was a game. Let me jump over to quickly because I really want to talk about McBride. That's why I really want to get into McBride. But quickly led the team in scoring, 26 points. He shot 8 for 14 from the field, played 34 minutes. He went 4 for 8 from downtown, 6 for 7 from the free throw line. He had 10 rebounds, 8 of them coming on defensive end, 2 off the offensive end, 3 assists, 1 steal, no blocks, 1 turnover, and 1 personal foul. And he had a plus minus rating of a plus 8. And as I say, he scored 26 points. Julius Randle had 24 points, but Julius Randle had an awful shooting night. And I'll get to his game just before I finish it out because I want to talk about Julius Randle and this team altogether as well. But quickly continue to be that player that I knew he was last year and I thought he can be this year if he got the opportunity. Um, I'm not even gonna say these words because it would be blasphemy. But then again, I am gonna say it. Did we really need to go out and spend that much money on Jalen Brunson? Some would say yes because Jalen Brunson keep Julius Randle in check. We see what it been like without Jalen Brunson on the floor and Randle solo ship being the captain. But what I like about tonight's game that I didn't really, we seen a little bit in the Lakers, and I guess Tom Thibodeau to say, we're gonna run with that. That we didn't see in the cup, them 3 losses, is that Julius Randle's not bringing the ball up the floor. It's either Josh Hart or whatever point guard that's on the floor. Julius Randle's giving the ball up. He's still getting the ball and bouncing around a little bit, doing what he do. But they're taking the ball out of his hands, even with Jalen Brunson on the bench. And that's what I have to congratulate Tibbs on for finally stepping up and letting Julius Randle know, like, listen, this is how we're going to win the game. You can't be the man bringing the ball up the court because usually what happened, they trap him at half court and he wound up turning the ball over. I was gonna say throw an interception. My mind is wrapped around Brett Favre and New York Jets, not Brett Favre. God damn it, Aaron Rodgers and the New York Jets. The reason I brung up Brett Favre because I just don't want nothing to come the way because I'm a Jet fan. I don't mean jump off topic, and I don't want it to be the Brett Favre coming from Green Bay. We think we getting this type of player. They're older, you know what I'm saying? And I ain't saying that Aaron Rodgers is in that capacity, but it is in his later years, you know what I'm saying? And he did not look that good in the last 2 seasons to me. That's just all I'm saying. I know a lot of my fellow Jet fans really want this, and it will be still an upgrade over Zach Wilson. That's all I got to say. But let's get back to the New York Knicks and man, you quickly. Like I said, it would be sounding like blasphemy, but I think the New York Knicks did the right thing by going out and getting Jalen Brunson, and because he keep Julius Randle in control and under wraps. Emmanuel quickly, like I said, he can be that. I just can't wait till Brunson come back because now when the bench come out, we know what we got on the bench. Because right now we've been going to R.J. Barrett, and R.J. Barrett has been playing decent basketball, but we know R.J. Barrett is like a faucet. He get hot and he get cold, and any day he can have any game he can have a bad game or go on let's say any week go on one of them slump weeks. But now that we know what Manu quickly really capable of, it's refreshing and it's encouraging when Jalen Brunson come back and we got him controlling the bench with Josh Hart out there and RJ if he continue to play because Tibbs is going to throw him back in the 9-man rotation. But my part is, and what I'm gonna be upset about it when Jalen Brunson come back is my man Deuce McBride. Um, this kid, y'all heard me in other videos. Y'all heard me last year. Like I said, I'm a strong advocate for this kid. I one had a conversation with him through Twitter. You know what I'm saying? One on podcast live. We got to explain, exchange a couple of words. I asked him a couple of questions. I knew he couldn't really answer, but I just wanted to, just you can still get a feel for what a person think by the answer that they don't give you. And I asked him, you know what I'm saying, is he getting frustrated with not getting any playing time? And he said no, he couldn't answer that question because like I said, I know he being monitored. But tonight was a game that proved that he do deserve more playing time, and maybe Tibbs should stretch that to a 10-man rotation. Because, like I said in one of my other videos, when you got Josh Hart, Isaiah Hartenstein, and McBride on the floor, that's one of the best combination of defense the New York Knicks have. I don't care what anybody say. Hartenstein made bumble and stumble a couple of fouls, but he get out there after whether the center, by the stretch four, whatever. He plays defense. We already know what Josh Hart do, and we get glimpses of what McBride can do because we get glimpses of him on the floor. Tibbs got the one thing that upset me. There was a quote one of the commentators said about last night. And it was about how Tibbs developed young talent. And I said to myself, that's a lie, because if he was that good at developing young talent, we'd be seeing what these young kids can be doing much sooner. When these guys come in from college these days, other teams not making them wait 2 years to see what they got. They put them right in the fire. And if they ain't got it this year, they get a better feel for the game next season. And they always seem the good ones, in which I think we have a good player in McBride. Actually, I'm gonna say this. I know a lot of y'all gonna agree with me. Leon Rose did a hell of a job in these draft picks, coming up with Grimes, Quickley, Jericho Sims, and even in Obi Toppin, because I really have a feeling that a lot of people don't want Obi Toppin on this team. But I like what we got. And last night, McBride showed why he should be playing more and getting more time. Tibbs, you got to step it up. You got to start giving players the playing time. And I would like to see Evan Fournier play one more game before we go in the playoffs to see what he can do if we need him. You know what I'm saying? Well, anyway, I want y'all to tell me how y'all felt about last night's game. It was a good game, a good come from behind win. And like I said, if you look at the score, you cannot say the Knicks came from behind, because the Knicks just took over the third quarter. Matter of fact, it was the best third quarter of the season, outscoring the Portland by 26 points, 32-26. Yo, this was a good game. And like I said, I hope the Knicks can build off each game, but who really have to build is the coach and have more faith in the other players, because you see what the team is doing without our two-star players. And I know Julius Randle was playing, but what I mean by without is when he have them meltdowns in games like he had tonight. Yeah, 24 points he had, but he shot 8 for 20, 0 for 5 from downtown. He got to the free throw line, which helped him out. He had 10 rebounds, 4 assists, 2 turnovers, and 3 personal fouls, which was amazing because he got them 3 personal fouls early in the first quarter. Not early in the first quarter, but early in the game, but it was in the first quarter. So he continued to play the game without picking up any more fouls, which goes to show you one thing that kind of throw me off is that's his defense. He doesn't really play defense. It was a lot of plays where he just let players just zoom by him. And I'm not going to get mad at him. But what I want him to do is keep his composure. And I want him when he's not having a good game, I want him to defer to the players that are. And then the coach got to also. All right, y'all. I'm about to get up out of here. And with that being said, I want everybody to stay safe, stay healthy. God bless, and peace.